Okay, guys, let's see if this works. This is the first time I'm actually like recording a little tutorial video like this. So let's see if I can make this work. So the first thing that you guys have to do is to get this eating plan off of Beachbody On Demand. You guys have all have access to this, except for the two of you that have purchased the All Access Challenge Pack. You would have gotten the Portion Fix, which basically works the same way as the 21-day fix, and the Portion Fix has a table that shows you how to calculate your calorie bracket for a specific program that you're going to do, and 21-day fix is one of them that you can find. But the other thing that you're going to want to look for is the schedule that you can also download, and other materials about your program. So I'm going to see about sharing my screen real quick so I can show you how to do that, okay? So let's see, share screen. Okay, so I think now you can see my screen, and I need to go right here. Okay, so I'm already in my Beachbody On Demand profile here. So I'm going to show you what you're going to see here. So this is the first screen that comes up with your, when you log into your Beachbody On Demand. If you have trouble, if you haven't figured out how to do that yet, let me know, and I'll explain that to you. But so basically what you do is, you go into the program that you're going to do, so 21-day fix, and this is what happens right there. So you click Let's Get Started, and then if you look over on this, the right-hand side of your screen, you will see all of the things that you need in order to do this program, okay? So I'll just show you the eating plan. And so it literally looks exactly what I just showed you. So you go in there and scroll through. And these are the containers that those of you that bought the All Access Challenge Pack got. And let's see, I'm gonna keep scrolling without making you guys sick. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to calculate your calorie bracket. And I think all of you decided to do the 21-day fix first. So this is where you start. You take your current weight and you multiply it by 11 to get your caloric baseline. Then you add 400 and subtract 750, and that'll give you your calorie target, okay? I know that my calorie target, let me look at it real quick, it's like between 1,200 and 1,500 calories. That's the lowest calorie bracket, okay? And then you come down here and you find your calorie bracket that you're in, okay? Now the meal plans that I sent you in the email are for the lowest calorie bracket. So if you are in a higher calorie bracket, you'll have to add food to your eating, okay? So if you look in this table, then it'll tell you how many containers or servings of each food group you get to have in that bracket. And it really, it's really rather simple. It looks more complicated now than it is. So definitely get that meal plan that I sent you guys. If you haven't printed that out yet, print that in color, I would recommend, so you can look at the colors and see how I've broken that down, so you can simplify this a little bit. When I first got started with this eating plan, it seemed a little complicated at first, so that's why I made those eating plans, and that's the ones that I sent you are actually the exact eating plans that I used for the first 4 weeks that I did this program. But anyway, so this tells you how many servings of each food group you get to eat every day. So for me, I get 3 servings of vegetables, 2 servings of fruit, 4 proteins, 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seeds and dressing, and 2 teaspoons. These are not tablespoons. These are teaspoons of oils and nut butter. So as I said, if you're in a higher calorie bracket, you'll just have to add food to what I've given you. Okay. So, they have tally sheets that you can use to keep track of your food every day. And then the next thing, there is a 3-day long, this is like basically a 3-day plan because it gives you 3 breakfasts to choose from if you wanted to try this out. And then here's some Shakeology options, lunch options, 3 different ones. So that's why it's 3 days worth, because you could just eat something different every day for 3 days. And then they go through and they talk about the containers, and you'll have to read through this. And then what you'll be looking for are these. These are the food lists that go into each container, okay? And when you read through this eating plan, what it'll tell you is that the foods that are towards the top of the list are more nutritious than the ones that are towards the bottom of the list. So kale is way more nutritious than sprouts, but you don't want to just eat from the top of the list. You also want to eat some stuff from the bottom of the list because it's a more varied nutrition that you get if you eat from the whole list, okay? So green, obviously, for your veggies. Purple is for your fruits, and it gives you a list of all the fruits that you're basically allowed to eat on this plan. Now, you might think that you're restricting yourself in what you're eating when you're on this plan, but I don't think that is true for most people. For me, when I first started on this plan, I tried to think really hard of foods that I eat on a regular basis that are not on this plan. And I couldn't think of anything. The only things that are not on this plan that I was eating regularly at that time were actually processed foods. So no, those are not on the plan because this is a clean eating plan. So processed foods are not on here. And so you scroll through here and you get a list of each of the foods that you, each of the food groups let me say that again. You get a list of foods that go into each food group, and you use your container to measure them. Now, okay, I'm going to scroll up a little quick, sorry. Some of them have quantities, so you want to pay attention to that, like, this is fruit, sorry, I was looking for carrots, where are they? Carrots. There, carrots. So if you're doing carrots, baby carrots, 10 medium baby carrots are 1 serving, so that's where you would actually count the carrots instead of just filling the container with carrots, because you can fit a whole lot more than 10 baby carrots into this container. Or you can take sliced carrots. When you do that, then you just do it in the container, okay? And then avocado, which is in the blue section, is actually a 1/4 avocado is a serving. So pay attention to what a serving size is. And then, of course, where are my bananas? I always find annoying. Bananas. Half a large banana is a serving, which drives me nuts. So who eats a half banana? But that's what they're listing. And I often just eat a whole banana and I just don't worry about it, because eating half an extra banana per day is not going to kill my progress or, suddenly make me fat. So you kind of make your choices there. So with the carbs, the more nutritious ones are towards the top, the less nutritious ones are towards the bottom. But when you study these lists, you will see that really probably most everything that you eat on a regular basis are on these lists. So, and here are the blue containers, and avocado, which is at the top of the list. Mashed, you fill the container with mashed avocado, or a 1/4 medium avocado is 1 serving, okay? With the nuts, you don't fill the container with the nuts because you can fit a whole lot more than 12 almonds into the container. And I know it sounds like not very much, but when you, after eating and chewing 12 almonds and actually paying attention to what you're doing, because I often would not pay attention, you know, I'd just be snacking on raw nuts and eat handful after handful. But when you actually use raw nuts and count them and consciously eat them, eat 12 almonds will actually satisfy you. It's very interesting. I would have never thought, but it happens. Orange are your seeds and your oils. So that's what you would use to measure dressing. And I often just use this for sunflower seeds because I love sunflower seeds. And then dressings. On page 60, they have a whole bunch of dressings that you can make from scratch, and they're actually really good. And then the teaspoon tells you what you can put in your teaspoon. I typically use this for peanut butter. I have peanut butter almost every day. I put it in my shake or I eat it with an apple. Then they have some substitution allowances for beverages. And you just have to understand that when you substitute one of these beverages, you're actually losing one of your carb servings, okay? And it says somewhere in here that you get to do this right here 3 times. 3 times a week, you can replace one of your yellow containers with a beverage from this list. So 3 times a week, you could have milk or soy milk or almond milk, coconut water. You can have wine 3 times a week if you wanted to. But just keep in mind, we're talking 4 ounces of wine, which is not that much. So just keep that in mind. So you want to pay attention to these measurements, okay? And then they have treat substitutions where 3 times a week. So for a total of 6 times a week, really, you could either substitute one of those drinks or one of these treats so that you have something that's technically not on plan almost every day. So again, pay attention to the quantities here, okay? And then free foods. It basically boils down that water is free, flavored water is free, as long as you're basically flavoring it with like herbs and fruits. So you can look at, you know, what you can basically add. And then for coffee and tea, black coffee and tea are free. You can basically drink as much of that as you would like, but of course, you know, you don't want to totally over caffeinate. But then they have things that you can add to your coffee and tea. Unlimited amounts of cinnamon, lemon, pumpkin spice, or nutmeg. You can add unlimited amount of those. 1 or 2 1 to 2 tablespoons of low-fat or non-fat milk, 1 to 2 teaspoons raw sugar, honey, molasses, maple syrup. So you can add those to your coffee or tea, but they want you to stay away from, you know, the other, I call them, you know, the frou-frou processed things, or cream, which I really like heavy whipping cream in my coffee, but I've stopped doing that because there are a lot of calories. That's an occasional treat for me now, but basically any of these things. And then there are some free foods. They're basically spices. And then they talk about supplements that Beachbody offers and some FAQs. But basically, that's the 21-day fixed eating plan in a nutshell. And the portion fixed plan that 2 of you have works exactly the same, okay? Now, let's see, how do I want to move this. How do I move that? There, okay. All right, here I am. I'm going to close this window out. Okay, I want to show you the Spotify playlists. Interesting, I hadn't seen those. Looks like they broke those. Oh, cool. So you can print this out and just put that on your fridge or whatever. This is just a list of all the foods. I hadn't seen that yet because I always look at my book. That's cool. So take a look at all these things that are listed there. Exclusive toolkit. I don't know what that is. Okay. So everything. Oh, okay. So it just basically tells you how to calculate your stuff there. Where's their workout calendar? Okay. So here is the workout calendar. And what I want you to note here is that the workouts are, there's a workout for each day, okay? Now, you don't have to do the total body cardio fix on a Monday. If you were to jump in and start on a Thursday, you can either start with a total body cardio fix on a Thursday, or you could do the Pilates fix on a Thursday. It doesn't matter. What is important about the schedule is that you do them in the order that they are provided, okay? So if you start on whatever day it is, you start with the total body cardio fix. The next day, do upper fix. The next day, do lower fix. Then you do Pilates. Then you do cardio fix, and so on and so forth. The reason you don't want to vary from this plan is because this is the program is set up in such a way that you don't work the same muscle group 2 days in a row. Okay, so this is so that you don't work the same muscle group 2 days in a row and over exercise a particular group, but also to prevent injury. So that's definitely a big thing. So then the third week, they say that you can double up the workouts, and they tell you how to double the workouts up if you choose to do that. Now, I've never done this because, frankly, I don't have time to work out twice a day. I know it sounds silly, but I have not been able to actually fit that in. It's like I either do it all at once or it doesn't happen. So let's see. Oh, the ab workout. There's a 10-minute ab workout. They don't actually tell you here how to put that in there. So I would recommend, because I'm not a fan of working the same muscle group 2 days in a row. Now in her ab workout, Autumn says that she does abs every evening, which I don't do that because abs are still a muscle. You don't want to overuse them. So I would basically just do the abs every other day, probably 3 days a week. And that's a good rule of thumb there. Okay. So that is the eating plan and the schedule. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover here. Now I'm going to stop the share. And I'm going to show you on the app. So this is in case you guys want to actually stay with the app. So I'm going to open up the app. Come on. And all right. So basically the first screen that you're going to get to is this one here. And it's of course backwards, but you get the idea. So this is where you log your Shakeology and your workouts, and it shows you the latest coach post. Okay. So, then you can hardly see it right there, but between that house that you see and the plus, there is a little icon that looks like a bunch of people. If you click on that, what it will do is it shows you basically everybody's posts, which drives me nuts because I totally agree with you guys that this is way too much. It's like on a little screen like this, I'm like, I can't handle this. If it was on a computer screen and it was on Facebook and I could just quickly scroll through it and see quickly which posts I actually need to look at, that would be one thing. But on here, it's too much. But the good thing is that right there, okay, it says all posts, and see how you can click on that and there's a little arrow. Okay, so if you click on that, you can, this is what you'll see. Okay, sorry, this is really bad. Okay, but you can see that there are several options. So if you go into your app, you'll see that it's all posts, coaches posts, or my posts. But if you click on coach posts, then it filters out everybody else's posts, including yours, and you will see only the coaches' posts, which are, unfortunately, you will still see the coaches, and there's a number of us. Typically, there's only one or maybe two coaches in the group, and then there wouldn't be that many here. But because this is the health bed, we decided to do it all together to keep people really motivated. There is 5 of us in here. So you will see all of our workout and Shakeology posts, but just scroll right through them and you will get to the actual real posts that per day that you want to see really quickly. And again, the latest one will be at the very top. Okay, so that is the part that I wanted you to see and see right here. I have 50 notifications that I haven't looked at. So twice a day, I go into the app and I do it on my computer because I can as a coach. And I look at everybody's posts and comment and like and that kind of stuff. But as a challenger, I wouldn't expect any of you to do that. So if after you check your posts, the latest coach post, and we're only going to be posting twice in there now. So it'll be once in the morning and then once in the late afternoon, I think about 4 o'clock or so. But if you wanted to, just for some motivation, then click over or resort and see all posts so you can see a few of other people's posts, like, comment, don't even spend much time on that. And if you don't want to, don't do it. You can just look at the coach's post and call it good and don't worry about it. But you do want to, and also the plus at the bottom, that's what you press to log your workout. So then this is the screen you see. And then if you forget to log one day, you can swipe and get a different day. Or if you go into one of them, there's a date at the top, and you can click on that date and change the date and then put your login from the other day. So that's basically it about the app. And I totally agree with you guys. It's like I find it very confusing too. That's why I typically stick to Facebook groups and don't use the app. This is actually the first app group that I've been in, and probably, since September, since the last time we did a health bet challenge. But I had already basically abandoned it at that point. So I greatly apologize that you guys got so confused. But I hope that this video explains what and actually clears up your confusion. But if there's anything that you're still confused about, you can call me. I'm always willing to, talk on the phone. I can record another video for you guys. We can hop on a Zoom chat, whatever you guys want to do to clear up the confusion right now. Let's do it. I know you guys are anxious to get started, and I apologize greatly that group was just so confusing. As I said, for the other group, the Facebook group, I'm really hoping to get a few more people in there, because with just 4 of you in there, we can run the group that way, but with that, I would need basically full participation in that group, with you guys posting and commenting and actually really participating. What ends up happening a lot is that people just go quiet and never post. And that actually, so then the group just ends up kind of dead, and I'm like the only one posting in there. And that, I understand I should just be willing to give, right? But it makes it very difficult for me to provide value in the group if I don't basically get the feedback from the group that tells me, yeah, this is going well. Because when nobody's commenting at all, then I think, oh, nobody's seeing my posts. Oh, nobody's finding this information helpful. And so that just makes it difficult to run a group. So typically what I've found is that when there are about 10 people in the group, about 4 to 5 of them actually actively participate and post every day and comment and interact with other people in the group, which is really what makes these groups so valuable. It's the interaction of the challengers. So so that's why I had set it for the 23rd, because I wasn't prepared to run another group this month. So, but I'm still willing to do that. But as I said, I would like to get a few more people in there. And if it's just the 5 of us in there, then I'm really going to hold you guys to checking in every day, ladies. Anyway, so that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. All right. Bye.